Hello, and welcome to non-Greg Sterlace Show. Except only the substitutes. I'm your host, the Pam is on, your host. Delightful host. And...
hello. What's up? What's up? Hi. Hi.
John's a little under the weather.
Sorry, yeah.
Ow. It just burped out my nose. It was bubbles.
Oh, I hate that feeling.
I'm here too. Hi.
I hate that feeling when it like burns your nose.
Yeah.
And you never expect it. All of a sudden it's like, oh.
It's not pleasant burn like wasabi.
No. Well, that's not. I didn't know what wasabi was the first time.
So you got it in the way that's like,
yeah, I was just like, oh, what's this green stuff? And I took a big hunk and I...
When was this? What happened? Where was this? Or when?
This was at the Great Arrow Christmas Party, which offered much libations and free food.
Huh.
Yeah. Too much libations.
That came with the benefits of having mostly Asian neighbors. Well, Asian and Puerto Rican, but both spicy cultures. They're whatever.
Spicy's good. I like the spicy.
Spicy, yeah. So, Beth's sister's girlfriend makes homemade spicy things, and she also really likes wasabi, and she had this wasabi paste. They're like, oh, it's super hot. We were like putting on cheesy crackers and stuff, and like I'm like, yeah, I could do a little bit more. And she's like I don't know, she's like kind of big, and she's like, and so she's like now I've got to put more on, and she gets to a point of like, that was nice. So I put more on. She's like, nope.
No, that's
nope.
good. Yes.
Yeah.
Back away.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's all right to back away from the hot, spicy foods. Yes,
very good wasabi base.
All my friends used to work there for a while, so I would always go to their Christmas parties, and yeah, they were nice. Yeah.
I'm not sure I know what the Great Arrow is.
It's a graphic design. They print cards, greeting cards. They have them. All the greeting cards in the front of the co-op are theirs.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So they print them here in Buffalo in that building on Main Street. It has
the
Buffalo Arts, the Pierce Arrow building.
Pierce Arrow building. Okay,
Studio
yeah.
and all that. All that stuff. In fact, a couple of my friends still do work there.
Coolio.
Yeah, it is. It's cool.
Well,
It's cool.
biscuits.
It's cool.
That's
Shit
pretty neat.
biscuits. I don't think that's very appealing sounding.
No, but neither are. I personally don't really like biscuits and gravy anyways, so it's all kind of that.
Oh, okay. I used to like chicken and biscuits a lot. That's biscuits and gravy, essentially. Yeah.
But everybody's always so mad at, or not mad, but like disappointed when they're like, we can make biscuits and gravy, and I'm like, I don't really like it.
Wow, no one ever says that to me. Let's make biscuits and gravy.
Well, anytime it's ever happened with any of my friends.
Sometimes people ask me to please make the chicken and biscuits because I still know how to make it, even
not even in the innuendo sense.
No.
I don't even know what that would be an innuendo for.
It's just an innuendo for the act.
Oh, okay. That sounds like a very gross, sloppy, like kind of like too like hot. I don't know. It doesn't sound pleasant. Like
You mean like sex in a tent on a summer day?
Yeah, so you'd be like, you all sweaty.
In the sun.
Get some kind of nasty food
Chafing.
involved. Don't make it complicated. Why you gotta complicate it? I don't care. Like, I mean, just like enjoy each other's natural, sexy state. Just enjoy what you look like. Why do you gotta add all sorts of weird dressings and make it like...
That can be...
Well, no, that could be really fun, depending on if the dressings are actual dressings or like
clothes.
Outfits.
Yeah.
Because actual dressings, no, spoosh is real gross. That is a really weird fetish.
I don't know what that is.
It's
not the TV. In case the families are watching, or my employers.
Oh yeah. Like whipped cream and chocolate sauce, but like with baked beans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So what is this in your hand right here? Let's
yes.
just change the subject.
I wanted to continue my recommendations of reading material. This is a wonderful comic book from the early 90s called Eno and Plum. It's actually a series.
Oh, cool. I didn't ever know that Brian Eno worked with Plum.
Oh, you know Brian? Oh, no. I don't, but anyway, I don't Never mind.
He's sick.
I don't know.
Mae is taking advantage of your weakened state.
I don't want to talk anymore.
I'm sorry, John. It was just really unexpected. I'm having a hard time.
I quit the episode.
Don't go.
Oh, I laughed so hard I felt like I was gonna throw up. Oops. Okay, yes.
No, I don't want to talk anymore. Everybody's just making fun of me because I don't understand innuendos. And
just continue.
I don't even know what you're
stop laughing.
talking about.
I'm gonna die.
Everybody always wants to make fun of me.
I heard.
Thanks.
Please stop.
What? Movie? No, I don't want to keep talking, Dudley. Stop. The point is, I don't want to keep going.
My legs are numb.
You guys are mean to me.
I didn't say anything.
Whatever.
I love Brian Eno, by the way.
Yeah, me too.
No, you guys don't get classic dialogue moments anymore. I'm done. Me and Dudley are gonna take this show on the road. I don't even understand what's funny. You guys are so mean to me.
No.
Tell us about the book.
No, I don't want to.
Please.
He's gonna make fun of me.
Please,
No,
we're
we
not
won't.
gonna make fun of you. Please. It hurts. I can't laugh anymore.
What I
I'm gonna crack a rib. Please.
Making fun of me
I'm
somehow.
not making fun of you.
We're not.
I'm
It's just a
sitting
funny
here.
situation, and the voices and everything combined. It's.
Okay. Continue.
No, I don't want to talk about it. You guys are laughing at me.
No.
No, it's all good.
It's
I'm
good.
really interested.
Yeah, we are. Tell
I'll
us what
save
you
it for
planned.
next episode.
No,
You
tell
guys
us.
are
Tell us.
Go.
I'm not
Now
in
you're
the
gonna
mood
pick
anymore.
us. Don't pick on us. Tell us. We want to
You're
know.
picking on me. You're laughing at me.
We're gonna have to put you inside.
I don't
Dudley's space
understand
pouch.
what a
You've seen
muff
it's
is.
like
I
in
don't
there.
understand what biscuits and gravy is. Everybody's laughing at me.
It's just funny. It's not. We're not. It's not malicious.
I am so delicious.
Oh God. Oh, please tell us about the book.
I don't want
I almost
to.
threw
Me
up
and
soda.
Dudley gotta hit the road, Jack. In the good times.
Oh dear. You can tell Dudley about the book. And
I don't want to tell Dudley about the book.
Well, look at it. Look at that. Look at that face. He doesn't.
How can you say no to that face?
How can you say no to
No,
that
you
face?
Tell
guys.
me about the book.
But
And spin your microphone around so the people at home can hear you.
yes, Dudley. I don't want to, but only because you asked me to. And I don't want to stress, I don't want to with some people in the room who don't appreciate me.
I totally appreciate you.
That's why we're laughing. Is because we appreciate you.
Whatever. Anyway.
It's the same face Beth makes. Okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
I don't even. I would just make it so you guys can't even hear what I'm saying. No. You guys got to deal with it now. Whatever.
Okay.
Anyway, Dudley. It's a wonderful book from the early 90s, and it's basically like an intense adult version of Archie. You've got a little pile of puke here, some heroin, some condoms, some lube.
Archie's all grown up.
Yeah, it's really good. I love Ito and Plum.
And having a bit of a rough life.
Yeah,
This
right.
isn't the whole series. I have some of the individual issues that aren't in this, but it's really good. There's some of them are really funny, like the one where like her dad is like in a group sex thing, but like the group sex, they have like this weird thing where like they break up, but then somehow they all bond over some kind of hippie drug thing. I don't know. It's really funny, and then I don't know. I like the one where she gets abducted by aliens and he doesn't believe it.
Oh no, not the aliens.
And then the one where he's like,
Oh no, those are the aliens.
king, like jizz donor. And then there's this one where they're like gimp people. I didn't know what that was until some people told me and then made fun of me about it. So anyway, I don't want to talk anymore. It's hard to find this because this was only printed once in like 1992. The comics ran until I think 1993. But if you want this, it's definitely a product of the time. It's like if Nirvana songs were Archie comics. Like,
that's a good description.
Good description, yeah.
Let me see if
I like that it sticks with the weirdly cute art. And
Yeah.
Yeah, where's a good drawing that illustrates the whole?
Make sure it can be shown on TV.
Okay, don't worry. It's
Okay.
There's nothing, as gross as I'm making it sound, there's nothing actually, like, super...
Actually?
Like, I like this drawing.
Oh, yeah, that one is very Archie, actually, yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing is...
Have you watched Riverside?
It's
That
kind
is
of
the
Archie
CW
combined with that
version of
Art Crumb
Archie.
thing with the cat. I mean, with
Yeah.
the mice.
Oh, yes.
The
okay.
rats. Yeah. The acid trip rats.
Yes.
Is that, yeah.
Okay.
Is that Art Crumb? It looks kind of...
I don't know.
I don't know. It's very similar
He had the
style.
cat, though, that he
He
killed
cat.
I
off.
like this character who's kind of like a female Popeye. I always liked her.
He didn't like Fritz the cat, though, right? He thought that
He
was
hated
terrible.
her a lot.
He hated the movie, that's why he killed off the cat, yeah. Yeah.
Sort of like the guy who killed off Pepe because... it got turned
Right,
into
yeah,
him.
which was sad because Pepe was never about that, so
No.
poor Pepe.
Poor Pep.
Yeah, have you watched Riverside, the CW Archie Comics version?
No, I have not.
Anyway, I'm done talking. For this
I've heard
episode.
about it, though.
Come on, please.
No, go on. What's your thing? I'm done.
Please, please, please. Oh,
I don't want to get made fun of again.
We were making fun of you. We were laughing at
Uh-huh.
just the silliness of the situation, and then it kept being silly. Which
There's also a thing on the Neil Neil Fielding luxury comedy hour about Brian Eno, that Brian Eno versus Brian Ferry.
yeah. I love that one
It made me
too.
think of that. Yes. And so there's underlying comic things that you have not seen. Yes. And by the way, watch if you have never seen The Mighty Boosh, you should watch it because it's amazing.
The tattoo artist at Divine Machine was like, "Oh, that show you're talking about is kind of like The Mighty Boosh," and we're like, "No, not really, but The Mighty Boosh is a great show." He's like, "Yeah, I wasn't really sure I got it at first because I grew up in an era where everything was just like poop and dick jokes and farts. That was the only thing that was funny." I'm like, "No, I think it was the only thing you were exposed to."
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's yeah. Your kitty's coming up to
But he
TV
ended
company.
up really, really liking it. He was a kind of cool guy.
John, come on now.
He's just like that cat.
Like Penelope.
Yeah, he's hairy, and if you cross him, gets weird about it.
No, no, don't get him upset.
Like when I stepped on Penelope's foot one time, and she wouldn't
Well-
come near me for quite a while.
To be fair, she's very tiny in relation to a human, not maybe in relation to other kitties.
Aw.
She's a medium-sized kitty.
She's not an L-sized kid.
No, he was quite a big kitty. Although I don't know how much she weighs right now, so
It's mostly fluff.
a lot of it is fluff. Yes.
So, how about the Mets?
The baseball is the most boring of all the sports. I think I don't
It
know.
is. It's not fun to watch
No,
at all.
it's no good.
It's kind of fun to play, but it's not fun to watch. And it's only really fun to play if you're up to bat.
Yes. And otherwise, you're standing out in the field like, please God, don't let me get hit with the ball.
Softball too, because
Yeah.
they say it's soft, but really what it is just bigger.
I remember someone hit it. My cousin was pitching and it hit her right in the throat, which could kill you.
Uh-huh.
And she dropped to the ground and she couldn't breathe. It was terrifying. Eventually, she was able to breathe, but it was terrifying.
When I was in high school, this kid in our class, we were playing softball, and this one kid he lived up the street from me, and he was kind of a friend of mine, and the gym teacher was pitching, and and he hit the ball, and it hit the gym teacher right in the balls. And the gym teacher crumpled over and was like, "You get detention, you did that on purpose." And all his others were like fouls, like he couldn't play at all. He's like, "No, I didn't. What are you talking about?"
When I was a kid, I was very good at serving in volleyball, but I wasn't very good at aiming it. So on the other team was this very small kid in the place I always served to, and I hit it, and I knocked him right over.
Oh.
Everybody's like, "You're really mean." I'm like, "I didn't mean to do that. Like, you're a terrible person, Pam Swartz." And then my team's like, "Serve it again, serve it again, serve it again." And I did it, and I knocked him over again. Everybody's like, "You're a horrible person."
We were playing volleyball, and it was one of those where the ball lands just right, where it's like could go over one side. It's actually on the net, and I went up to hit it, and somebody else did too, and they were a bit taller than me, and they had jumped a bit higher, and I slapped them in the face.
Do you have any sports stories, John? We won't laugh at you. Promise.
Nah.
Well, I mean, we'll laugh at the story, but we won't be laughing.
Yeah.
We're laughing with you.
Nah, I don't even know what to say. I'm lost. I've been hanging out with Penelope.
She's trying to get up to your lap.
Come here.
Oh, she's so
Penelope
cute.
There you
She's
go.
a fluff burger.
Doesn't
She-
do me.
she has-
things.
She has claimed John since Leonardo chases her wave. She jumps on me. She's like, "Fine, this guy is my guy right here."
We share something in common, which is a large amount of body hair. And, I mean, like, at least on his head. I've seen the...
Yeah, I have lots of hair in my head too.
Yeah.
Yes. My family
And,
has lots of hair in general. Does your family have lots of? They do, don't they? Your mom has a lot of hair.
Yes, I mean, they're very hairy. Middle Eastern people aren't known for not being incredibly hairy. Which is kind of, I don't think is a good idea, considering where most of them live.
Well, see, but the way your hair curls does depend on its insulating properties.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it can
Oh,
insulate
interesting.
against heat or against cold.
Oh.
Not that all Arab-speaking countries live in the desert. Of
No.
course, Lebanon is in endless pine forests, and even Morocco
I did not know that.
has lots of...
I did know the first part. I didn't know about that. Oh, you mean about the hair? Or
No, about
Oh,
Lebanon
yeah.
being pine forest.
Yeah, it's nothing but pine forests, and then, of course, Morocco.
What?
It would be where the Middle East would film all its episodes of the X-Files if it had its own X-Files.
Probably.
Yeah, because that is where everything in the neck. Which John has not seen the X-Files yet, so
If they're in the woods,
it's pretty
they're
good.
in like the redwoods or the pine forest.
We'll have to watch some episodes, John. It's very good.
Yes.
The
yes.
continuation of it is not nearly as good, but
Is it still going on,
Yeah,
or
but
it is?
I
Okay.
think so, but for reasons of nostalgia and like of David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson, I
Yeah.
watch it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Morocco has many large snowy areas and ski resorts, so depends.
It's falling.
Oh no, Kitty!
No, Kitty, no.
Yeah, well, so does Dubai. It's just they're inside buildings.
Oh, really? It has
Dubai
stuff like
looks-
that inside buildings?
Yeah.
It looks so crazy.
It looks so crazy. Like, it looks futuristic, but in kind of a dystopian kind
Oh,
of way.
absolutely.
Yeah. like the buildings look futuristic in a utopian kind of way, but you know about the area, it's dystopian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would go to Dubai. I know it's terrifying, but it looks so cool in some spots.
Yeah, me too.
I would. It's funny if you ask Andy if you go to Saudi Arabia. He's like, I'm not going to Saudi Arabia because they spray out your cigarettes if you have one. I know he'd lose his mind.
I
Oh,
wouldn't
do
go to
they?
Saudi Arabia either.
This is terrifying. I could never go to Saudi Arabia.
That is the scary place to go in that part of the world, I think.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia is probably the scariest country I could think of outside of North Korea.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what the scariest country is. I have no idea.
America.
Some people would say it's America, yeah. I don't know if that's true. I don't know.
I
We
place
need
it at
some
least amongst
scientific
the top 5.
We need some scientific standards to determine this.
It depends on the area. But
Craziness of leader and number of nuclear weapons.
Yeah, that would have to figure in there, and
Yeah.
violence of the people who live there. There was that robot that was hitchhiking across different
Oh yeah, and it made
countries.
it all the way across the world, and it got to America, and it got torn apart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
So
like,
I always think of that.
Not the Americas in general. No offense, Canada or
Right, yeah.
or Mexico or Central America or South America. It was specifically the United States.
The United States ripped it to pieces.
Yeah.
Yes, that says a lot. I think. I always think about that. Like, yeah, we ripped the robot
I'm
to
the
pieces.
hitchhiking robot. I'm your. Oh, what are you doing to me?
My arm. Oh.
Oh my God! You're pulling out my tape.
Yeah, okay. I like the idea that it's got little tape that runs it.
I mean, I'd rather be in a place like Buffalo than back
See-
in terrifying Death Alley, LA. But you know, I think it
Yeah.
depends on the area.
Death Alley is a scary place to be.
Kind of the name says a lot.
I had
there.
the
Yeah.
highest amount of homicides in all of California. It was terrifying.
Isn't Death Alley also near the section of LA that has like the 60 square block area of like
the homeless
tents?
people?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, those people, those poor people. Like, there should not be in any city, regardless of size, an area that.
No, there shouldn't be. No, definitely not. Yeah, yes, yeah, definitely
I heard
not.
the statistics is like 50,000 people are homeless in LA. That's
Wow,
that's like a fifth of the population
that's
of Buffalo.
crazy.
There's also endless amounts of organ harvesting in China. That terrifies me. There's so many protests I saw in LA for they're trying to get people out of the organ because they'll just kidnap you off the street and harvest your organs for the government in China. It's terrifying.
Well, there was also that.
Is that true?
Well, I mean, I've
Or
seen
is
the
that
giant
rumor?
protest for it in both Oakland and at least I don't know. I've heard lots of Chinese people talk about it.
Huh, okay.
Well, I do know. Remember that body thing where they took the corpses and were putting them in different positions so you could see.
Oh, the body. Yeah, that
Yeah.
actually came around here. I really wanted to see it, the body, whatever it was.
There was
but
a
then
lot
they
of-
I did not wanna
found
go to
out
that.
that quite a few of them were not
Voluntary?
donated science and were not from good.
Yeah, from prisons and
Yeah.
stuff. So that was also questionable. So I mean, I would think if you're going to do that, you'd probably be grabbing some organs too. If you're going to be that immoral.
The what was it called? The body.
Not that America's so moral. or
No,
anything.
not at all.
Yeah,
No.
I don't know. I can't remember. My friends
Body
went.
Works or something, and it was like, yeah, the sculptures were really interesting, but it turns out that a lot of the bodies came from really shady
Yeah,
situations.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
something seemed very strange about that to me, and I was like, I don't know, something seems.
I mean,
off.
not as bad as Salvador Dali, but
Salvador Dali works.
he was. Beth got his weird classic cult cookbook
Oh, okay.
for her birthday, and there's a recipe in it that's like how to serve a live gooseling, and it's like about how you surround it in a ring of fire, and then
Oh,
then
golly.
you gotta make sure it's by ripping off its limbs, and it's like, oh my god,
Holy
Yeah.
crap.
right?
Wow, that's disturbing.
Yeah, really, really unpleasant.
Very
That is
unpleasant.
You ever see his Disney cartoon? It's very also strange. Salvador Dali.
Well,
made a
anybody who would serve live gooseling after roasting it.
Yeah, it's very, very
Yeah.
disturbed.
I mean, yeah, people do that. Throw the lobsters in the pot. And,
I don't like that, and I think that's really, really horrible. But I feel like once you get to the complexity of dinosaur
There's-
brain, you're getting into some really.
Well, it's, isn't
Yeah.
it kind of insect brain, really?
Yeah.
Or- yeah.
Once you get to the avian noodle, you're
You're a little
Really?
more up there, yeah. Yeah, that,
really
yeah.
well, I can't kill people and get away with it. So here. No, one of the recipes was how this dish he had should be served with the severed head of children, because the king he got it from was
would do that.
some
Oh boy,
Polynesian.
those
area.
kings! I tell you, there's that restaurant in Batavia, and I've ate there a few times because it used to be open early, and I'd get off the bus and I'd go there and get some food, and it was called the Sport of Kings, and I'm like,
Oh,
what is-
Sportos.
yeah, what is really the Sport of Kings? I mean, I don't really know that that's
Hunting the
best.
most dangerous game there is.
Man. Beheadings, getting new wives, that kind of thing. I don't know if that's the best
Yeah,
name
but-
for your restaurant.
Yeah, they're mad.
No, say it. It's okay. You
When
can
my
do
palate
Still
was
mad at you
unrefined
guys.
and
No,
crummy,
don't
I
be
used to think their
mad.
chicken fingers were really good, but I was like a teenager and
it.
Yeah.
Gonna say.
I don't even know.
You study all this king
Yeah.
stuff. You study it all.
yeah, we're curious.
No, I
we're
wasn't gonna say
genuinely
anything.
interested.
I wasn't gonna say anything that thought out. I was just gonna say if there's just like a guy standing over there eating some chicken nuggets and a wolf, I don't know how much like man's the most dangerous game anymore. I just shoot you, but I don't.
The wolf?
No, the fat guy.
Oh, that's
munching all the
okay.
chicken nuggets. I don't know. Whatever.
Maybe.
That's all I was gonna
depending on where you are, the wolf might be begging for chicken nuggets. I saw this bit of a documentary. It was taking place somewhere like Nordic, and there was like this there's this big park there that was like a nature reserve, and the wolves were used to having people around them, and the guy's trying to talk about wolves and different things, and this wolf is right next to him, and then it lays down and is pawing at him, and it's like, rub my belly. And it's like
wow.
working its way over onto his lap, and he's like, come on, buddy. And it's like the size of him.
Wow.
But it's a wolf, and it wants a belly rub. I was like, I didn't know that was a thing that happened.
Yeah,
So
right.
now, this
right.
is the image I think that captures up that whole comic series. I don't know if you can see it, but I think that's sort of, I don't know. I think that's sort of the whole feel of the entire series.
Oh, there we go. Ah, now you can see it clearer.
With grunge Archie and like wannabe, I don't know, so what's her name? Whole person, but like with a bunch of gross stuff.
Oh, look at the cute rat eating vomit.
Yeah, it's nasty. But anyway, I like this series. I'm
Rat's
basically
gotta live.
redoing all the comics I used to review on my Oh Mercy Mimi blog, which also had great interviews, but I thought I'd bring back the idea in visual form.
Are you
Bring
making
back?
any?
Is
Are
that
you?
like a reboot?
Yes, because I used to do these on my blog, but I don't do that anymore. So I'll do it on the show.
Are you working on another comic book or?
A drawing, yes, but I mostly just do the weekly strips for Slade, but I do draw full-length stories too. I'm about 100 pages into the second one, so.
Oh, that's good.
But,
That's awesome.
But I'm also very slow, so I might get a page done every few months, and then I'll start doing like 10 pages a day, and then I'll stop and never do it again for months.
That's better than me. I had that idea for a graphic novel, and I drew several pieces that took place within different parts of the story as concept art, and I went, stopped.
Well, what was the idea?
About like a somebody on a road trip around the galaxy
Oh, cool.
in a kind of Tardisian like beat up flying station wagon.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds fun.
Well,
I have
I
no. Yeah, I don't have any comics.
I ironically don't like most comics, but I do like a lot of comics, but I think almost anything mainstream is pretty bad.
That's true.
But I have a really great one. But whatever, I'll save it for next time. But
Yes, you have to have one a week. Remember, that's what you said you were gonna do.
I've got many, but I think I've got an idea for next time. But
Yeah, I don't. I haven't really tried to ever write anything other than very short story types of things.
I've tried to write a couple of short sci-fi stories. I never quite finish them, but they start out okay.
Yeah, that's always the thing, the finishing them.
Yeah, getting from point A to point B.
Yeah. Yes.
It's a really good car until all the wheels fell off.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
check
Absolutely.
out my new 8-track available on Captain Crick Records for free.
Wait,
Wait.
is there really an 8-track?
Yes.
Do we
We can
have
get
to
it for free?
Well, no, but you can download it for free. The 8-track is less free.
Okay,
Okay.
well, I do have a question about the 8-track. Do we have to take the time to replace the foam our pads ourselves so it doesn't gum up, or did you already?
I don't know. I just ordered them and
Oh, so they're new 8-tracks.
yeah.
Well,
There's
they're
a place
probably
you can
new
order
old
them?
stock, so you probably should check those pads.
Yeah.
I have an 8-track player. It's
Yeah, so do
over
I.
there. Over there. Ka-chink. As the
Ka-chunk.
song fades out.
Ka-chunk.
Ka-chink, and then it comes back in.
And if one ever gets sucked up into the machine, God help you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it can be a pain in the ass to get.
Did you have many 8-tracks?
A couple?
Yeah,
Quite a
that's
few,
all I
but-
had too. Yeah.
I
Did you
had
have
a
any,
box.
John?
I had many because that's all my parents ever really had.
Oh, okay.
The foam they used in the little pad beneath where the head for the tape head goes is degrades over time and gets sticky, and then if you play a really old tape or new old stock tape and it's all gunked up, it'll get all
Everybody.
Ask about 8-tracks.
Yell at them for making fun of me.
God, ask about
Call
8-tracks
us.
with your 8-track question.
Send us questions.